Hi, we need to talk. Excuse the mess over there and the cat coming into frame. I had a friend over for a few days. We saw Game Grumps and stuff, and it was fun. And he left today, so I still have to take out his trash. Hi, long time no vlog. Things are changing. Life changes all the time. Not quite like this. I'm definitely turning a new leaf. As you saw, I got myself a gym card. Super stoked. It's a smaller location, and so like they don't have like probably not a lot of stuff. I haven't been in there yet. But I still bought a gym membership because whether it's small or large, doesn't matter. I need to work out. That is the main goal of all of this. Excuse me, my cat fucking Rambo'd my camera. Even if it's a smaller location, I don't really care. I am there to work out, and whatever equipment they have for now is it's gonna do. Obviously, this is something that's been a long time coming. I mean, look at me. Thing that you have to realize that it's like a mind over matter thing. Like if you're not mentally in the game of like, oh, I'm gonna do this, it's not gonna happen, right? So because I've spent 30 years of my life taking care of other people, I am not taking care of myself. It's almost like a gear shifted when my father passed away, like a year and a half ago or something. I really believe that we merged because in life he was my rock. Now he's able to help me on such a different plane that he couldn't when he was still physically here. That seed has grown and grown and grown, and I've just really taken the stand that I need to take care of myself for once. I need to really deal with whatever it is that I need to deal with. In whatever way, shape, or form that's going to be, I know that the gym is going to be part of it for multiple reasons. There is only one way to approach weight loss, or it's not even weight loss that I'm going in for. Maybe I should talk about that first. So I have asthma. I cannot get out of breath because that can actually, like, I do not get the oxygen needed. And again, no amount of inhalers can actually help me. And that's been now like I've been to the doctor to make sure that I'm not fucked up in the head. But no, that's true. None of them made an effect. I still have amazing lungs. It's just that the pipe, because the pipe bronchitis is broken, it messes up with everything. So I don't get enough oxygen to the brain and stuff. And so that's a whole other issue. I am going to the gym mainly to focus on steps and mental health. I am in a state right now where it's like, I'm okay, you know, I'm not great. I know that I never will. In this zone of like, it's still about showing up for yourself. I want to build a stronger core. I'm going to start working on core. So, and we're talking through machines that, you know, you don't get too out of breath where it's like you can't catch it. I'm pretty sure this is the only way I can lose weight or even build muscles right now until I lose a certain amount of body fat where I can maybe start doing more cardio and then build up the muscles in my airwaves to the best of the ability that I can, obviously. Still bronchitis, it doesn't go away. But you kind of learn to use the muscles around it a little bit better. And so to diving into cardio is actually fairly dangerous, especially my condition, because not only do I have a type of asthma that doesn't really register and don't have any inhalers that work, I have what we call a hemorrhoid in the brain. It is basically a blood vessel this is from birth. It basically, like, whenever it bleeds, it creates kind of like bubbles. So it looks like a popcorn. We call it popcorn or hemorrhoid, or I call it hemorrhoid because it's funnier. It doesn't put pressure on my brain or anything. It's not the reason I'm fucked up. You'd think that'd be a great excuse, but no, apparently it doesn't. If it grows, it could affect like my vision and stuff, but like, and I mean, hello, but it's really like, it's so tiny, like you can't even, and it's not on a major, which then in turn isn't like a high risk of getting seizures and whatever. But I found all of this out when I had a seizure last year. After my dad died, I really went down. I started drinking a lot. I downed 4 Red Bulls a day for about 2 or 3 weeks. And I didn't eat that well. Yeah, my body was dehydrated. So when I was functioning, like doing stuff and being dehydrated and hyped up on, it was basically a serotonin overdose, as they like to call it, because I had no outlet for my serotonin intake. It kind of just went black. But the thing is, they don't know if it was caused that I had an easier time of getting a seizure because of the blood vessel that they found again after all this happened. They say that it's possible that it played a role in shutting down when it was like, you know what, bitch, you need to rest. You don't listen to yourself. Like, again, never had any notions that I had this thing to begin with. And again, something you're born with. It never showed that I'm not triggered by, you know, I'm not epileptic. I'm not like anything that could be triggered with this condition. Again, because it's on like the most minor vein thing. I'm basically good. Thank you. Apparently, again, a lot of people live with this and they have no idea. So like, it's not unusual. So I can still push myself. I can still work out and do all that stuff. Because again, having apparently lived with this already for 30 years and done that plenty of times in my life without a reaction, I know that that's not going to hinder me. It's there. So I just have to like make sure that I'm hydrated. So I got this new bottle. I repurchased it because it was on sale, because it's usually very expensive. This is the best water bottle. I'm not sponsored. Please sponsor me. So I'm trying to keep up on being hydrated, and especially when pushing my body. So I have to think about these things at the same time as I'm working out. I'm having my first session today. I'm going to go in at around 9 p.m. They're not open 24/7, so they close at 11, and then they open up at 5 a.m. I'm thinking of going in at 9 because I'm still waiting for some Amazon packages of a towel and also a brace thing for both my feet, because I know that when I do something, or like when I walk or whatever, like eventually, because I'm flat-footed, like it really messes up with my feet. Like they instantly check out, right? So to minimize that, I purchased like some sort of just like basic brace thing for both of my feet. It's kind of like a sock thing, but you can like tie it to your, like how tight you need it or whatever. That's good. I'm looking forward to getting that. And again, the towel. So I have the basics, you know, so I can just really go in there and go ham. Okay, not go ham, because you don't want to go ham. Exercise too hard, too fast, do too much, because then you'll be discouraged even more. You want a successful run the first couple of times, maybe for the first week or 2 or 3. I don't know how my process is going to go, but I'm not there to like get rid of my fat. Like, no, I'm there to build my core. I want a stronger back because I suffer from a lot of back issues, obviously. Carrying a lot of weight in the front, and doesn't help that we have bad backs in my family. I am so excited. I'll probably unbox like the stuff that I got when I get them today. But yeah, I'm just so excited that it dropped in the card so I can actually go. Everything just arrives today and it's like ready to be used tonight. I'm hoping it's not too many people. I don't know. It might be. So we'll see how much I can film. I'm probably not going to be one of those that's going to film at the gym, at least not like a lot, or if people are around. I think that's very disrespectful and rude. But if it's empty, I'll give a tour, because I'm going to film a tour anyways, because my sister wanted to see what it looked like. So either way, whenever I go and there's a chance that it's empty, I will then do a little filming. I'm not gonna do more makeup today than eyelashes and eyebrows, because like, again, going to work out. It's hot AF outside, and I'm assuming, I mean, this is gonna be sweated out too, but I figured at least for the vlog, like, need some eyebrows, man. And so that my eyes don't disappear because I'm so big. But anyways, I'm not gonna do like a starter weight or anything like that. I am, however, going to record like a turnaround to use for before and after every month and whatever. But I'm not gonna show the first turnaround in this vlog, or probably not within a year, because like I'm a little bit too self-conscious about it. Not that I don't mind being fat, it's just I can't stand looking at myself, right? So, I think once I'm more comfortable in myself, whether I've lost weight or not, but once I feel stronger, I think I can include the clip. I don't know if that's gonna be part of my story, my success story, because again, I don't wanna focus on the weight, because again, I'm not going to necessarily change any of my diet plans right now. Not any major adjustments right now. Right now, it's about building a routine and making sure that I can keep up with at least something. And even if there's days where I just step inside the front door and then I just turn around and leave, well, at least I went through the front door. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about those baby steps. I'm there to gain a routine and build up my back. And I know I can do that on other means as well. To hold myself accountable, I got the gym membership because, like, let's face it, I have done so many at home, workout videos or whatever. It always trails off because I don't hold myself accountable when I'm at home. If I have a place to go to, I think it's going to trigger a different type of like, oh, gym equipment's over there, let's go and use them, and like have that and be like going outside at least a little bit and then going inside. But it's the smaller milestones you have to really think about. I'm usually a person that really rushes into things when it comes to results, whether it's like, oh, I want this thing, but in order to do this thing, I need to do that thing, and in order to do that thing, I need to do this thing. And then I just spiral out and I like go ham, and then it just all falls apart. I cannot approach life like that anymore. Clearly, it's never worked. And I really feel like I'm in a good space with this, especially this gym part of my life. I have this healthier mindset to progress. I'm excited to just take those babies. I'm excited to just be in there and be like, all right, what does this place look like? And what can I do? And like, like stuff like that. Like, that's what I'm excited about. I'm not daunted by the fact that it's smaller. I'm not daunted by the fact that I'm a big girl and I'm going into the gym. And like, again, I'm not insecure in that sense about being bigger. It's just, but also like breathing next to people is really scary. I usually hold my breath if I'm out of breath, if I walk next to somebody. And then when they walk past, I can be like, so embarrassed about breathing. No, but I have like healthier outlooks on this, and I'm really, really excited. It's going to be a huge step for me, and being more physically active. I live a very stagnant life, right? So I'm still gonna do that, but have this as my side thing. And I think that just changing up a little bit of your habits can help. I believe just changing a slight thing eventually in the long run will show up as a different result. There is so much else that's going to be going down from now on, changes in my life in general, and I'm excited. I will be doing vlogs like this now, I guess. They're gonna probably be lengthy because like I know I don't do a lot of stuff other than like exist in here, and that's not fun unless I have something to talk about. So I figured to collect clips over a span of a month is probably better, where I like to watch long vlogs anyways. I don't know if you guys do that, but I do that. So I hope you want to watch this journey with me, whether we see major results or we don't. Establishing a sense of confidence or like gaining it and maintaining it. Maintaining it is hard for me. But yeah, I'm not going to put that pressure on me. I'm not going to be like, you need to go in every single day and blah, blah, blah. That's not going to happen. I hope you're doing well. Maybe you have something you want to share in the comments below. Maybe a journey you started. Maybe you're thinking about working out. Maybe you're thinking about changing some things about your life. Small increments. That makes a huge difference. So I'll see you in the next clip. My Amazon shit came. Really? This is the towel? I thought I ordered a bigger one. Oh, they're heavy too. That's good. Also, I thought it was gonna come with a... Oh! Because this is not what it looked like. It was like in a bag. Oh, I hate that. Oh well. Keep the sweat off. Check. Okay, how does this work? On my way to my first workout. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit of a quick update. I have places to go today. I am like so proud of myself. I was there for like an hour. I approached a building. I saw that there was people inside and I was like, okay. Again, that didn't necessarily give me a lot of anxiety, but then at the same time, I knew that the place were kind of small. But I'm like, yeah, well, maybe there's still a corner for me or something. But I was sitting outside on the bench, and I was like trying to amp myself up, right? I was just like, okay, you got this, you got this. So I took a sip of water and took the card out and I scanned it and I went inside. And I was just like trying to be like, I totally belong here. Everyone was just kind of minding their own business, which I knew they would, but it's just so nice to actually see that in real life, like not just in your brain and even if they were like, oh dude, a fat person, what are you doing here? Like that doesn't bother me. What bothers me is like me accidentally breaking like equipment or something. Cause like, what if someone wants to use a machine or like whatever? And it's, I don't know. That's like my biggest fear, cause I weigh a lot. But then you think, well, it's exercise equipment. They're meant to handle a lot of weight, right? And yeah, but there was some clicking that I wasn't a big fan of, but it was probably part of it. I don't know. I got in, I did some arm stuff, and I feel like holding this tripod is really damaging. I did a lot of like pulling strengths, pushing strengths, and a lot for my upper back. I felt like all their machines were kind of targeting the same areas. They didn't have the machines that was like recommended on their, you can kind of customize a plan for yourself, or they basically suggest a way that you work out depending on what your goal is. And so the first one is like kind of like it works on your core, which is again, what I want to do. But they didn't have that machine. And I was like, okay, but they had other machines that were literally similar or worked on the same muscles. And I'm like, this is such a waste of space considering it's such a small gym. But I made it work. I tried a few of them. There's one machine that I was at for a long time. It was like something you kind of like, yeah, it was the pulling one, like you pull weight like towards you and then you let it go, pull it towards you, let it go. That one I think I can do more consistently because like I felt like that one trains your shoulder blades, if anything, because my problem areas are at the top of my neck or at the top of my back and the lower back. I know that I can work that one efficiently. And then there's obviously other equipment that you can make work for your lower back, which is what I'm gonna do when I'm more comfortable. But I did that, I did abs, I did thighs. All of a sudden an hour had passed and I'm like, what? I only had one damaging thought about myself, but only one, but I made it work. It didn't like stick or anything. It was like one of the leg machines where I'm like, okay, so I'm super short and fat. And it's like, I feel like you had to be a specific length in order to like actually be able to like with your knees. And I couldn't even get my feet over or like my knees over. And I pulled it to the minimum, like the closest you could get to the thing on the chair and everything. But I was still like kind of off, or I was just being awkward or whatever. But I sat on it and I was like, yeah, so this is not gonna work. And they also made like sounds and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna break this thing and I don't want to do that. But other than that, that was like the only negative thought I had. Other than that, I was just focused on my music and kind of like pushing myself, but not too hard, but not too hard, which pulled off because clearly I can't even hold this tripod without fucking crying. But today I'm gonna do a lot of walking because I'm going to see if they have any shoes on sale that I can afford because I need new shoes. It's about time, and especially now that I work out, I need new shoes. We're gonna go and do that. Probably won't film that, but that's gonna be my exercise for today because this is supposed to be a day off, even though actually I feel like I wanna go. Like, I feel like I wanna go, which is weird. Like, I feel like I wanna go to the gym right now, but I know that that's just the adrenaline for now, and I know how I work. I go hard, and then I fall flat, and this is exactly what we're not gonna do. So I'm gonna deny myself that today. I'm just gonna focus on going shopping, grocery shopping, and maybe potentially find some shoes and have a coffee with my best friend. That's gonna be the exercise for today. I mean, at least it's walking, it's something. I think that my legs wouldn't be killing me because I'm a fat person carrying all this all the time, but apparently my thighs are just not having it. My legs are strong, my thighs are not for some reason. So I did, again, I did thighs, and I feel it today. Like, I feel a strain, like I feel like it's being pulled right now. Like, it's almost like, yeah, like, it's like sore for sure. It's definitely sore. So I'm really interested in finding out how I'm gonna be able to walk today and like with what difficulty. It's gonna be hilarious. I'm gonna be like, stop, I can't walk, I need to stand still for a bit. But that just means something, I did something right. Super excited, super fucking happy I'm starting this journey, and I'm so happy you're here to watch it with me. Let's go. Hi, I'm getting ready to go to the gym. Let's not talk about this sit I just popped. It is like 5 a.m. I just woke up. So, you know, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go meet my friend, whatever. We're just gonna hang out. And that turned into like, apparently I walked for like 5,500 steps. So I'm like, okay, that wasn't a rest day at all. my upper arm started to hurt really bad. And I'm like, okay, yeah, clearly, you know, here we go. But I'm like, okay, yeah, but that's whatever. I'll just work on legs. And then yesterday I was in so much pain. I'm still in pain. I'm trying not to think about it. That's why I'm going so early, where it's like my body might not have woken up or whatever. So I just want to go. I want to go so bad. So it's 5-ish a.m. Yes, honey. It's going to be interesting because, again, I'm still very sore all over. But I still want to see what I'm able to do today. If not, I'll just walk there and have another look around. Maybe there's not a lot of people this time. I don't know. I don't care. But that's kind of the goal here. So I'm all prepped and ready, and just prepping is killing me. I feel all the pain all over. So I'm clearly not healed or whatever, but I've been chugging protein yesterday, chugging protein to wake up a little bit, feel motivated to like move, which I am, hence why I'm going, but I don't know. I just want to go. So I guess I'll update you either when I get there or afterwards. Little kitty. I just got home, so she's super like, love me, mom. We have to talk. I'm a hot mess because I am a hot mess. I have been, what time is it? Yes, thank you for telling me the time, sweetie. I didn't know that. Let me sit here because my back is killing me. Okay. Okay, so first off, disclaimer, I've been crying. I couldn't keep my emotions in check when I was outside today. Can I just check the time real quick, baby? May 29th, 1:40 p.m. Just got home. Literally just got home. I've been out for like 2 hours and 10 minutes. Okay, so this wasn't meant to happen, but it happened. So we're gonna talk a little bit about it. I got my package. I bought a shaker and stuff. I'm gonna show it to you. My back was still killing me this morning. I had a meeting at 10, luckily through video. So I didn't really, I woke up like 2 minutes before it started. I was so tired and I knew I was in pain. My back was not having it. But I knew my package was gonna arrive today and I wanted to get it, like, either way, I would be limping to the post office if I had to, because I really wanted this package. So I decided to take the bus there because of my back. Might have been a little bit of waste of money, but at the end of the day, I have to do what feels right for me. I had to take the bus there, but I thought, oh, well, you know, I'll walk the way back because I still have to stop by the gym and it's on the way, right? So I'd be like, all right, take the bus there, do your errands, then walk, go into the gym, then come home. That is actually what happened. Although it was more of a detour than I thought. Once I got there, I went into the secondhand store because I don't know why. I was like, oh yeah, I can probably do that. With my back, no. Anyways, I did it and I didn't pick anything up or anything, but I just wanted to have a look and just standing hurts my back right now. So I'm like, okay, it was a little short trip in there. And so I went outside. I figured I'd sit down by a bench, you know, recover before I actually go to the post office. Hearing the sounds of the atmosphere of the little center, the flowers that's just been planted. There's market stalls or like, you know, flower stalls, and you have all the boutiques around, and you have people sitting down on benches, eating, laughing. You see dogs walking about, you know, all the lovely stuff. I sat down and, you know, I just smelt the spring air, if you will, but it's basically summer at this point, so I guess summer air. And I got this wave of everything reminded me of my father. And I was like, okay, so it's going to be one of those days. Like, that's okay, you know, this happens. Then I realized that the thing about grief is that you have to expose yourself to certain triggers that might trigger the sadness and whatever in order to deal with it. And then maybe, you know, have a healthier relationship with that smell or that store or that particular item. I realized that I have not been... last year I was very isolated. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to get triggered. I was drinking heavily and I wanted to keep to myself, and I did. So this summer, it's actually like the first time I'll be more exposed because, again, I'm gonna be going out more, again, going to the gym and stuff. And I realized that I have not exposed myself to that particular scenario. That reminds me a lot of my dad. And so I was sitting there and I was like, oh no, this isn't just, oh, I miss him, like, moment. No, this is gonna be a full-blown, I'm gonna sit and cry. And I panic. And I go, I'm not here for this right now. Can we go home and think about this? I gather my composure and I go into the post office, pick up my package, also pick up a few other items so I can tape the webcam to the tripod so I can start streaming again. But right now it just keeps falling because the thing is loose, and whatever. I got silver tape for it, so we're all good. Or hopefully we'll be good. So everything hurts now because I think I pulled a lot of muscles today. I get the package, everything, you know, I'm going about my business. Everything triggers me. I'm like, okay, but I just wanna, like, let's go to the gym. And so I unpacked on a bench. I unpacked my package because it was too big to, like, fit in my bag, but I knew it was, like, a lot of air and whatever, so I just opened it, dumped everything inside into my bag, and threw away the box. Then it just went downhill from there. So I start walking. I'm like, okay, but it's fine. And I was also thinking, like, every bench that I see, I'm probably gonna have to take a break because of my back. Overworked it, right? And so I get to the first bench and the tears just like, I can't, right? And I go, okay, maybe I just have to talk to someone. So I call my mom. And yeah, sure enough, she was available to talk. So we just talked a little bit. And I just mentioned real briefly that, I think I'm having like a moment again. Like things hit me. I think about Dad. And she's like, yeah, and that's normal and stuff. Like, we were just trying to discuss it. And then it just spiraled. I went back to a very dark place and I was actually crying outside, and I don't think I've ever done that. It was silent tears. Obviously I didn't like weep, but there was people watching, people walking by and whatever, but I couldn't care less. For once, I couldn't care less. We talk and it escalates. I start crying and I can't, like, I'm sobbing to the point where like I can't contain the tears, right? They keep falling silently, but they're falling. I'm just sitting on this first bench and we're just kind of going through it, and and I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe I'll get over it. I can't really check how long we talked, but we talked for a long time. I was not good, and I realized that that's okay. It's okay to have moments where you're not okay. This is still pretty fresh in my life, and especially having to deal with it, it's something you don't really want to do because it's your parent that you're very close to. It's just like you just really want to be with them. And then all of this surrounding nature just reminds you of it, and it's really difficult. I managed to walk to another bench. This bench is like right before the gym. So I was like, okay, I'll just sit here for a bit. And we kept talking. And I know it's not healthy to suppress, like, you feel the way you feel. It's not healthy to suppress grief. I understand that. I am the queen of suppression. It was really difficult. So I don't know, that walk took forever. But again, so I did some walking, even though my back was like, can you not? And I'm like, nope. I got a text from like my support person. I don't really know what to classify his job as. He basically supports me if I need anything. And their office is, I think, or his home is somewhere on the walk from the center to the gym. And so he texted me. He was like, hey, are you all right? I saw you walking. Like, is there anything I can do for you? And I was just like, oh, that's so sweet. And I was just like, no. Like, I just talked to my mom on the phone and I was crying. I'm sorry, but like, I'm okay. Like, I'll be okay. Gonna head into the gym now. But thank you so much for like, he's such a swell dude, man. Really, really nice guy. And so on that note, I went inside and was like, okay, I'll just do arms, neck and stuff, because everything below that, I did stomach too. Everything below that was like, I'm not gonna push my legs too much or whatever because of my lower back. Yeah, I didn't listen to me. And I got to pay for it. So, I'll explain that. So I was inside, I was just like doing my thing. Also, I saw for the first time I saw a guy that was still kind of like overweight. So that made me like, okay, yeah, I hope everything's all right with you. Like, I mentally, like, I always do that with people. I'm like, yeah, you go, you. Also, like, I felt more relaxed about knowing that, okay, I'm not the only one around the corner that is heavyweight set, So that was nice to like come into, considering what I just dealt with outside. And so I just, I went straight to the stomach first. So I was like, yep, I'm gonna definitely hit that at least. So I did that. I did my arms, both pushing, pulling, and chest. After I did the chest thing, I stood up and I felt like this shooting pain. It was like a larger, I don't know, muscle or something that was pulled, but it was from my lower back to my ass, but like definitely came from my lower back. So it was like, I don't like what you're doing. You've been too active. Can you not do this anymore? And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, don't worry about it. And I tried stretching. I was like massaging and everything, and it wouldn't go away. And I'm like, okay, this is my life now. My first gym injury. Here we are. It's true though. But I was like, okay, but I don't, fuck you, I don't care. I should care, I know. But I didn't, because I was like in such a mode, but I knew I wasn't gonna spend too long today because of the previous exercises of like walking and like bending down and like picking up stuff, carrying stuff. Like that's still a lot for me, especially with my back. I don't want to keep repeating it, but my back's fucked. I realized that I wasn't going to do like my full hour pass, which is fine. Like it is what it is. But this time I remembered to put a timer on my clock thing. You can kind of like choose what kind of exercise you're doing, but it doesn't have a lot of options. So I just use like this free mode or something where it's just like whatever. I don't know how accurate that's going to read whatever I've been doing, but I figured at least it keeps track of time. So I worked out for, I want to say 29 minutes. For today I walked 3,225 steps. Yeah, so I've had a walk, and again, back don't like that, but I don't care. You have to be mobile. I looked at my favorite thing, which is the thigh press, which is my favorite thing. I just love laying there being lazy, but pushing my own weight and added weight like up and down. It's just so fucking nice, right? I love that machine. I was like, oh, okay, but maybe I'll just work on my thighs. Like, I know it's connected with the back and my back is gonna scream at me. But because at that point, again, I already had this major pulling, I clearly pulled something. And I'm like, yeah, but come on, body. And so I did it. I know. I'm gonna pay for that later. I'm totally aware of this. But I did it. So I did a few minutes of that. Again, not too much. It all totaled to 29 minutes or 30 minutes. I forgot. I think it was 29. Update. I have like a workout calendar where it's like I kind of like note down if I'm resting or if I did something related to physical work, I will write it down and also obviously cross out whenever I have gone to the gym that day. So that's what I've been doing. And I just got home and I feel this pulled muscle and it's like, it's not good, man. I'm gonna do some stretches, but I figured we'd be... So yeah, I just wanted to update the vlog. I've done that. I've been active today. Despite heavily having a very emotional episode, I need to make something to eat. We'll see what I make. Or I might just have a shake from this new thing. Let's unbox this together. Did I also mention that I'm on my period? I should probably disclose that. Of course, everything's gonna be more exhausting for you, but there it is. All right, let's unbox this. I'm so excited to see what the skull shaker looks like in real life. Let's start with the protein that I chose. I chose this one first because this was highly recommended. I don't know if this is just a Swedish thing. I don't know if this one particularly is a Swedish brand. This apparently tastes like chocolate milk or something, but a very specific Swedish one. So I figured that was a good one to start with. Oh, good. Yeah, it tells me how to mix a portion. Also, they also recommend on the website where it's like you can be like, oh yeah, just add more water if you feel like it's too thick or whatever. So I'm gonna try that. So obviously I needed a shaker if I was going to start meal replacing and building up with more protein in my body. Oh my god, that is so funny. Obviously, we're talking about me here. I have to have something like this. It's obviously super like novel, but it's so cool and I mean, come on. We need to name this guy. What should we name him? Suggestions, anyone? Wide opening, easy to add ingredients, BPA free, large drinking. Yeah, you're right, because this is a 700, I think, milligram. This is fun. This makes you wanna, is that mold? I don't know what that is, but obviously I'm gonna wash it. Oh my god, it even comes with like a black one. That's so cool. I've only had like shakers with like a spring, but this is like a interesting. Is it called a curse? That is pretty cool. Yeah, oh, I just said that, the curse shaker. Yeah, no, this is roomy. This is perfect. Oh, I love this. It's only like 10 bucks, so I thought it was worth it. So yeah, this is my little guy that we need to name. I need name suggestions. Give it to me. Maxi pads. And the silver tape so I can get the webcam set up properly so I can come back to streaming, because I would really like to. Maybe even some tarot if you're nice. I'm just kidding. I think that was it. Was that it? I am stoked. I'm gonna wash them up because one of my meals will probably be replaced today. So, gonna wash this guy. Gonna rest my back and massage my ass or something. So hopefully my little nerve thing can chillax and like put itself into the right spot. I'll see you in the next clip.